Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a look with the Nightingale Palette by Pretty Vulgar. This is the palette. We're going to be using some of these cool gray and blue shades. So I hope you guys will enjoy this blue-gray look with the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow palette. If you want to see how to get this look, just keep watching. And we're going to do a simple look with only 3 of these shades. I think 3 or 4 of these. So first off, shade right here that's a gray shade. This shade is called After Midnight. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to start it in the outer edge of my eye on like the outer V. And I'm going to slowly build it up because it's pretty dark and pigmented. I don't want to get too much of it. I've already primed my lids and done my brows. I even put a little bit of foundation on just because I was on the phone with my Nana. And I didn't want to tell her to hang up so I could film this video, so I was trying to make progress while I did it. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to just kind of put that on a little diagonal like this. And then I'm going to lightly take just a little more. I'm going to tap off the brush on the edge of the palette and I'm going to drag it on the middle of your lid, like this middle zone, but on the outside of that, on your outer V. I'm going to kind of blend that up the lid and in a little bit. And then I'm going to blend it out towards the side, just a little. Blending it out and blending it into your crease as well. So I'm going to take a little bit more and tap off the edge, and then I'm going to take it into the crease. And then I'm buffing that back and forth in kind of windshield wiper motions, and I'm doing like little swirls to continue to buff it out. Then I'm going to buff out that little diagonal we put down below. Just kind of blend it in, taking away the harsh lines. It's going to look goofy before it looks better. Just saying. I'm just doing the same thing. And I'm making that diagonal. And then I'm buffing it up the lid on the outer third of the eye. And then I'm going to slowly buff it into the transitional area. Buffing out any harsh lines. I really need to clean this brush. I've used it for this color twice. So after you've really buffed that out and you start to look like a crazy dead person with gray on your eyes, means you're going in the right direction. So the next step, I'm going to go into, with the same brush, this blue shade. This is called Silver Spoon. I'm going to take that and I'm going to add it to that outer V that we put the gray on. And I'm just lightly, I'm not adding too much, and I'm going to buff it in just the outer third. So now you have kind of this blue tone adding into your gray. It's really pretty, I think. I'm going to take this brush, I believe, this one's by Alamar Cosmetics. This is the Crease Fluffy Brush. This is the Illuminator brush by like Bo Grossi. I really don't know. I got it in an Ipsy bag so long ago that I honestly don't even know where it came from. But I'm going to take and I'm going to go into this light shade called Nocturnal. And I'm going to put that on the lid in that empty spot that we haven't put any shadow on. I'm just kind of blending it in, just making sure that pigment goes on. Bring some light to your lid. Except I set mine down with a really stupid way today and it's looking really creasy. Whoops. So I'm just packing that on there, building up to the pigment that I want. Alright, I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to go up by my eyebrows. I'm going to buff that along the top of the brow, the whole brow. And then blurring it along the edge of that gray so it kind of blends together. The Alamar Cosmetics from the Ojito Trio, this is the kind of flat packing brush, and I'm now going to go into this shade called Pillow Fight. And even though it looks pinker and this looks like it'd be a better highlight, this one's not as sparkly. Like I find that this Break Free white shade is kind of a miss for me. I mean, it does a light highlight, but nothing compared to this shade. This is called Pillow Fight shade. So we have Pillow Fight and Break Free, and I think Pillow Fight is way better. So I'm going to take that brush and the Pillow Fight shade, just packing that highlight shade on, blending it out on the arch of the brow. Then I'm going to take just the slightest bit on the edge and I'm going to just drag it under my brow line to kind of separate that and give it some definition. You can use a matte shade for this, you don't have to use a highlight shade. I'll go over it with the matte. Tame it down a little bit. And drag down any product that may make any severe lines. I'm going to take that fluffy brush again and go back into the Nocturnal shade. It's kind of more skin-based color. And, well, if you're super pale, skin-based color. And I'm going to take that and just buff out this line next to my nose so I don't have that crazy raccoon effect where it's like holy eyeshadow, holy lid. Maybe that's just a hooded girl problem because I have seriously hooded lids. Maybe that's just my deal. Because I feel like I have giant eyelids to work with, but they, half of them disappear. Okay. I know it looks goofy because of these things on the side, but we fixed that. Don't worry. Okay, so now I'm going to take that fluffy brush by Alamar Cosmetics and I'm going to go back into the Silver Spoon blue shade. And I'm just going to blend the light shade and the blue and gray area together a little. So it's a slight gradient. You'll still see the line and that's okay. You just kind of want to blur it a bit. This works better if you don't set your eyelids down with too much powder. Alright, now I'm going to take my fingertip and I'm going to go into the Nocturnal shade and I'm going to just add a little more of that light and blend it back in the blue area. I'm going to take the Alamar Cosmetics. I love this brush set. I'm sorry I've used it a lot, but I love it. This is the flat like liner brush, and I'm going to go into that After Midnight Gray and just drag it along the lower lash line as kind of an eyeliner. And I'm just going to drag that on about the outer third to about midway. I'm going to drag it to kind of make a line this way so I know where my eyeshadow should end. Then I'm going to blend it in just a little. I don't think I like the primer I used today. We're going to take this Bare Skin, or Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. And we're going to use this to finish up. Okay, so I'm going to take my Eco Tools Beauty Blender or Beauty Sponge and dab that out. I'm going to drag it up along this area where we had extra shadow, and it's going to kind of get rid of any that goes beyond. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to cheater and go like this. And now I get like a nice line just from using my finger. And then I'll go back to dabbing it out, back over that spot, because you may take away some of the concealer by wiping right there. I never do my foundation before I do my eyes, like never. Because if you have fallout, you're sunk. Blending with this amazing sponge. I'm going to take my Sample Size by Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay finishing powder with my Precision foundation brush. And I'm going to set my under eyes just a little bit with that. I have very dry under eyes, and so if I don't use a setting spray, I look like an old lady when I set my under eyes. Setting spray has become one of my best friends. It just really makes your makeup melt in there. So typically I would finish my face and then I would do my mascara. So I'm going to stop, do my face, and come back for the eyes. So now we're going to go in and finish the eyes. I'm going to take, this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion. I think this is what I'm going to use. Last time I did a similar look, I did use a brown eyeliner under it first. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not pulling hard, I'm just kind of holding gently. Now, I don't want quite as intense of a black as I'm getting right now on my eyes, and I had to kind of like push really hard with that pencil. And so my eye is watering right now. But so I'm going to go over the top. This is an eyeliner. I actually got this on Wish a while ago, and it's shockingly good. Like, who knew? I'll have to look up the information and give you guys a link below so you can find it if you'd like. Oh, my eye's watering. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go over the top of that Urban Decay liner on this side and kind of smoke it out a little bit so it's not quite as like stark black line. Now I'm just going to put the slightest of turn for a baby size wing. Super tiny. Okay, I said that and now I'm going a little bit more hard. Okay, with this shadow, or with this liner, it's a little hard to do a baby wing. Then I'm going to take just a tiny, tiny bit, put it just on the outer third of the under eye. Just to kind of blur it out. You can drag it in ever so lightly over the gray if you'd like. You don't want it to be too intense on the bottom to take away from the top. Now I'm going to try, let's see. I gave it a chance yesterday, and so I'm going to give it another chance. The Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. And at first I was not a giant fan of this, and it was kind of okay yesterday, so I'm going to try it again. Don't poke your eye out, people. You'll shoot your eye out. You get that reference? The 90s children will get that. I'm going to just use this as a base coat on both eyes, and I might go over it with another mascara. This mascara is so volumizing it almost doesn't separate your eyelashes enough. Maybe the trick with this, I should try using a separator first, like a thin defining mascara, and then go back in with this to volumize it afterwards. That might be a good idea. Or use like the Lancome has a Cell Booster primer. I think L'Oreal actually has a primer, and you can buy a pair. So maybe with the primer paired with this, it would be glorious. I need to try that. I think I'm going to attempt to finish it off with the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. This honkin' mascara. And I'm going to try to build it up just a little more with this one. Ooh. We're going to finish off with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Layer that bad boy on. I need a handy fan like Kathleen Lights and Allie Glines. If you don't know who they are, which you should, because if you're watching me, you should know who they are. But go subscribe to their channel if you haven't already. I need to take my shower hair down, obviously, because this is my, just got out of the shower, put my hair up so I can do my makeup look. That completes this video, guys. That was us using the Nightingale palette by Pretty Vulgar, and I hope this, was at least enjoyable, or you learned something fun from it, or you can go recreate this look. If you recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram. My handle is KCJ@hummingbird or KCJ_hummingbird. You can go follow me and tag me if you recreate this look. I'd love to see. If you have any suggestions for future tutorials, please leave them in the comments below. And I am going to go have my internet installed in just a couple minutes. So that's exciting. If you have any Netflix suggestions, I would love that because it'll be the first time to have internet in a year of marriage. So that's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay. I hope you liked this video, guys. Please make sure to go like and subscribe to keep hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! To keep hanging out with me? Alright. Let's pack it up, kids. Time to get going. Ugh.